This is why small business guys have got to really spend their time driving the revenue line. This one. Right? Here's the deal. If I have large fixed costs, right? I get one more customer. Let's say my fixed costs are 70% of my cost structure. Not my profit structure, but my cost structure. I get another client or another sale. Haven't I already covered my fixed costs with my current clientele?
Right.
So, if that new customer comes on board and buys $10,000, do I need to apply any fixed costs to that line? No, you've already covered it. You've already paid your bills on your current client base. So if you've got 70% in fixed costs that you don't need to cover, what do you start out with as a profit margin before you ever get to this? 70%.
Right.
It didn't cost you anything in the fixed cost arena, only in the variable. So doesn't that make you decide, oh, now I get it. I have high fixed costs, so every new client is so much more accretive to the bottom line in profits that cutting my costs a little bit doesn't have near the impact to my bottom line as driving the revenue line. Go back to target markets, ideal customer profiles, unique selling proposition. Small business guys have to do that. They have to drive the revenue line. You can't save your way to profitability. Do you understand what I'm getting at there?
Yes. You're saying focus on getting more business.
Here we go. But I'm trying to tell you why. But I'm trying to tell you why.
That's what my husband says all the time, and I say, "Oh, we need to save our money."
No, you need to get more customers.
That's right.
And that's what I was getting at. And I don't think many small business owners who come from either, a big business background, like I did, until you see that graph and you go, what does that graph mean? Oh, I get it now. I'm not working at Procter & Gamble anymore. I'm working in Tom's little business here. Okay? All right.
Just something to add to that, to what you said also, is the fact that during the economy, we had to cut back on a lot of things, like I'm sure a lot of people have.
Mm-hmm.
And my wife kept cutting and cutting. I said, how much more can we cut?
Mm-hmm.
You
Right.
can't, you can't cut anymore.
Right.
We have a certain amount that we have to live with. So the thing is, we've got to bring in more business, more money. But like you said, you can't cut it out too much.
Again, I want to stress, not that you don't worry about your cost structure at all.
Right.
You do that. But if you have 100% of your time, I'm saying more of that time needs to be spent on marketing, selling, getting new customers, because it will have a dramatically larger impact on your pocketbook than cutting a few little costs. Like, we're not going to go out for breakfast tomorrow. Okay? All right. I want to go through real quickly on the 5 ways of marketing that we talked about, because we went through it pretty quick. Again, these are the 5 areas generally where most marketing strategies should reside or do reside, right? Lead generation, conversion rate, number of transactions, average dollar per sale, and profit margin strategies. I gave you guys an example of this. I hope you guys have taken a look at it. Here's what I want to do for the next 5 minutes. I want you to write down your current strategies, 10 minutes, in all of these areas. Currently, what do you do in all of these areas? quickly, don't have to expand
What do
upon
I
it.
do or what do I want to do?
What do you do now? Okay, so let's take a few minutes, write those down, and then we're going to share them with each other. Okay?